What's going on, everybody? My name's LUCK, aka Luck, and welcome to episode 5 of my Mod Mastery Embers Rekindled series. Last episode, we tried doing the Alchemy, and we failed miserably. Well, in between episodes, I did a little research, and it turns out, I was doing it kind of completely wrong. So we're gonna fix that today, and we're gonna get some cool stuff going. So last episode, I was trying to put these asbestos things on the actual pillars, right? Like on top. So like here, right? They don't actually go there. They actually go here. Look at that, right? I wonder if this can take other items. No, just the asbestos. Okay. But yeah, that's where they go. And then when you're looking in, so let's go to Embers and then the exchange tablet. When you're looking at a recipe, basically what it's telling you here is, so you need these 4 items around that middle item, and then each one of these will need an asbestos, but it could be any combination of these, and that's where that alchemical waste comes in. So the first thing I think that we should make is we should make this code-breaking slate. Right? This is probably going to be really handy for us. This will tell us how close we are when we actually go to start doing alchemy. Start trying to actually catalyze things. All right? So let's try to do that. So we got, let's do 2 arcane brick. Now, what did this one require? So this one, let's see, copper and lead, right? And we're going to need at least 3. So let's go ahead. First off, let's kind of get some of this stuff out of my inventory for right now. And then copper. So I think it would probably be beneficial to have 4 of each of the asbestos, right? Because each recipe is going to take at least 4 items, and it could be any combination of each of the asbestos. So I think that it would be smart to have at least 4 of each. So let's go down here. Let's grab a few more, right? Yeah, let's grab like half a stack, right? So that's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna get all of the asbestos that we need. So let's put this back in here, right? So we got 3 dawnstone. Let's get ourselves, did we make any more? Oh yeah, we have iron right here. So let's get 3 iron. Oh, there we go. Let's get 4 lead, right? Because we only have we haven't made one of the lead asbestos. Let's get 3 copper. And then is there a silver asbestos? Let's see. Silver. There is. So let's go ahead and let's start cooking up some silver, right? Let's just throw 4 in there for right now. And you can live in here. Alright, cool. Let's get that out of there. So we need 3, 6, 9, 13, right? That sound about right? I think that sounds right. Okay. So we'll throw all those guys in there, and then let's just go ahead and then this will cook up the dawnstone. It'll pump the dawnstone out, and then it should stamp it to make our asbestos. Let's go ahead and turn this on, so it starts pumping ember where we need it to go. And let's grab these 2. How's my gauge looking? Pretty high. So let's go ahead and throw some more charcoal down in that ember bore. Let's just do a whole stack. Why not? After kind of reading a little bit more about what this mod has to offer, I think this series is going to go for a few more episodes than initially anticipated. Just because there is a lot to this mod. So we're going to give this mod the due diligence that it requires, right? And you can definitely start pumping there, right? Why are you not... You go here, right, buddy? There you go. Huh, okay. So we're just waiting on one more of the copper. Cool. And then we'll throw our 3 irons in there. Let's grab our silver out, because we're going to need the silver, and we're going to need 4 more of the shards. So we'll throw those in there. And since we're going to be getting more shards in a few moments here, we'll just throw the rest of those in there. Cool. Yeah, it seems like a smart idea to have just 4 of each of these on hand. I don't know of any recipes that require just 1, right? So you need 4, but it just feels right to me. Feels right. So let's go ahead and throw our 4 lead in there, and those will stamp down into lead aspectus. And then we'll do our silver, and we'll get going on some alchemy. So I'll be right back when these are all done, and we'll get doing some alchemy here. All right, and just waiting on that last silver aspectus, and there it is. Cool. Let's go ahead and shut this guy off. Let's turn you on so you can start charging that up a little bit. And we were looking at making the codebreaker, right? Codebreaker slate. So we need 2 archaic blocks and a caminite plate. What do we have in the way of caminite plates? Nothing really right now. So let me run topside. I'll grab some clay and we'll make some more caminite. Alright guys, what I meant to say was sand. That's what we were going up for. We didn't really need clay because we had these strainers over here making clay for us, right? What we really needed was sand. So that is cool. So let's do that, and you. Cool. Now we got a whole bunch. Well, we had some sand in here. Okay. Do we have clay? We did have some clay. Okay. We'll put clay in there. Let's go ahead and craft ourselves. I mean, we should have a few plates on hand, just that we don't have to worry about this anymore, right? So let's get 8 of you guys. We'll get that cooking up. And throw that in there. I guess we could throw the caminite in here as well. The other thing I wanted to check out, so I had made the blazing ray, and I never played around with it. Very cool. Awesome. Super, super cool. This thing is awesome. It kind of looks like the same particles that the beam cannon has. I wonder if it does as much damage. Because I think the beam cannon said it can kill most mobs in 1 hit. Boom. And caminite plate. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and try this out. So the codebreaker, right? If I can spell. Codebreaker slate. There we go. So 2 archaic brick and a caminite plate. So now what you're supposed to do in this process is you put your 2 caminite or 2 archaic bricks up there like that, and a caminite plate. And now the recipe says that it'll either be copper or lead, right? So you kind of have to guess which one they are for right now. So we'll just do copper, copper, and lead, right? And cross your fingers, guys. Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah. Duh. We have to put ember grit in the middle. Oh, I was so excited to press the button, I completely forgot. So we'll just grab a whole bunch of ember grit. Alright. Now, let's press the button. Oh. We're out of power. This suspense is killing me. It's killing me. We'll give that a few seconds to charge up. And... Huh. Why are you not working now? That's strange. You should be working. Huh. don't know. Does it need to be up a little more? Let's try something out here for a second. I was like 90% sure that was gonna work. I'm a little bummed now. Let's say, let's put you up a little bit, right? So that you're not like right over top of the thing. Yeah, that's up. And then let's jump up here and put the receptor onto you. I don't know if it needs like a certain amount of ember in it to make it work, or like what? Kind of depressed that didn't work. So let's link you to you. Either that or these pillars need to be out a little bit too. We could try that as well. Let's try that while this thing's charging up. Because I don't know if they need to be like a certain distance from it. Let's do 2 blocks away. Right? Let's try that. And from what I understand, this should work whether you have the right recipe or not. Like, it should at least do the animation. Copper and lead. Right, that was copper that I was putting on there. Copper, copper, lead. Button. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. So I don't know if it was moving the beam cannon up or moving the pillars out. I'm assuming that it was probably moving the pillars out, because this needs a certain amount of space to do the animation. But let's see what we get. And looks like we got alchemical waste, right? Where did it go? Right there. So this is something that you can actually put into the codebreaker slate. So now we know, right, that it's not, and some of the items do get used sometimes. So now we know that it's not copper, lead on the camonite plate. So it's got to be lead on this guy, and then copper on this guy. And then let's see. Okay, we don't have enough power yet. Let's go ahead and grab some... Why'd you guys not stack? That was weird. Let's grab some ender crystals, just to give it a nice big boost of power. So we'll do that. Give it a few seconds to charge up, and this should give us the codebreaker slate. Make sure we put our ember grid on there. Alright guys, wish me luck. Oh, why did you not work that time? That's weird. That's really weird. Huh. What is going on here? Let's make sure that everything is correct. This should be all correct. Ember grit. Like that. Oh, there it goes. Maybe the beam cannon just needs a certain amount of ember in it, in order to actually perform the function. Let's actually see... Ember dial, right? This should get us our codebreaker slate. There it is! Boom! Real quick before we go any further, let me... Okay, so you have an internal buffer of 2,000. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. We'll probably keep this here like this, just so that we can read our dial. In the meantime, we'll wait for this to fill up, and then we'll turn you off, right? So now we have our codebreaker slate. So how this guy works, essentially what you do is you put the alchemical waste in here, right? And it'll tell you how close you were, right? So we were 1 off. We had 2 that were, or maybe that's 1 right? Because 1 of them was right. We had to switch 2 of them. Yeah. This piece of alchemical waste is a little useless to us right now. We can turn this into something later, but this piece is a little useless to us now since we already have the codebreaker slate. But yeah, so that's how alchemy works. And I kind of sort of love it. It is quirky and fun. I love it. Let's look at what else we can make. So here's our ancient codex. Boom. Transmutation. So let's see. I do want to get ashen armor. You need to have some of that. I believe you use the alchemical waste to make it. But let's look at just some fun stuff here. So like tear thing. Let's try and make this sword. Okay. So this is going to require lead and silver. Lead, obsidian, obsidian.
Are you sure about that?
Alright, so we're going to need some obsidian. Gotcha. Where is a bucket? I thought I had a bucket. Didn't I? Oh well. We'll make another one. We will make another one. Cool. Awesome. And while we're here, we might as well make ourselves a diamond. You know what? Let's make ourselves a diamond hammer. That way we can break multiple obsidians at a time. And luckily, we are right next to a giant pool of lava. I think we can sacrifice all of this over here. There we go. Alright, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up some lava, and I'll be back in a few minutes. What I meant to say was obsidian, not lava. I'm full of the flubs tonight. So let's get back there and look at making this cool looking sword. So I think it said the base is a lead sword, right? Probably going to need to start cooking up a little more lead. Let's throw some lead in here. Get that going. Get all of these out of there. And with this one we needed lead and silver, so we can probably put back these guys here. We need the silver. We can put back the iron. Yeah. That looks good. Put you guys in there, just kind of get rid of some of the junk that's in my inventory. And let's go ahead and boom. Lead sword. Cool. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and try this out. So we need obsidian, 2 obsidians and 2 leads. So 2 obsidians, 2 leads. Now, my gut feeling is to put the leads on the leads and the silvers on the obsidians. Let's just try it and see what happens. I mean, worst comes to worst, we have to redo it. Not the end of the world, right? So, boom. Oh, there's the button. Oh yeah, we need the sword in the middle. Duh. Duh. And where's that button? Did you really use all... Oh, wow. Use a lot of power there, bud, huh? Use a lot of power for one blast. I wonder if it uses, like, the majority of its power. Because I can fire it, like, right now, right? And it won't do anything. But then when I got up to 2,000 and I fired it, it used like almost all of it. So I wonder if the strength of its blast is actually like determined by how much ember it's actually consuming. Let's try it at 1,000 and see if it does it. Almost there. 920, 960. Okay, so that didn't do it. 1,000 didn't do it. Okay. And you are still making lead. Cool. Right. Lead, obsidian, lead, and silver. Yeah. Alright, so we'll let this charge up, and then we'll see if we can get this going. Alright guys, we are almost there, and 2,000. Let's go ahead and shut this off, so we're not wasting ember. And... Anticlimactic. What is the problem here? So we got our lead aspectuses on our lead. We got our silvers on our obsidians. I don't know. Sometimes, like, it's weird. Sometimes it wants to work, and then other times it just doesn't. Let's go ahead and flip this back on. Lead, lead, silver, silver. Like, really strange. Really, really strange. Oh. That's fun. Okay, so... Why do you keep doing that? I'm trying to click on the top of the pedestal. Like that. Let me take that guy out and put that guy in. Okay, so... Silver. So silver, silver, lead, lead. And you have 2,000. I don't know. That's weird. You guys just saw it work, right? Like, I'm not crazy? I wonder if... Let me see here. I wonder if it has to be the way... So, like, if you look at the picture of it, right? The sword is pointing from lower left to upper right, kind of how it is right now. I wonder if it has to match that, but that wouldn't make any sense for the recipes that are three items. Not really sure. It's really odd because it was working just fine before. I mean, we could try it. Let's see. Take these guys out. And we'll do lead, lead, obsidian, obsidian. You are almost out, right? Can you even... You can't fire. I wonder if these blocks are, like, interfering with it. Let's see. On. We're gonna need a little bit more ember. Luckily our boar is still running. Looks like we're getting a good amount of shards and crystals in here. Nice. Put that in there. Coming right at me. Yeah, I wonder if my little steps here were interfering. We'll see here in a second. We'll try it again at 1,000. Alright, so we are over 1,000, and... Oh, you know what? That time, I didn't put my aspecti on. See, now I'm getting impatient. Alright, we'll let it charge up again. We'll see 40, 20, 60, 1000. Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird, guys. That's really, really weird, because it was working just fine before. Let's try a different one, I guess. Let's try... Alright, so this one's going to be a little more complicated, because it requires 3. But we could try it. Yeah, let's try that. For whatever reason, it really doesn't like doing the alchemy like multiple times in a row. I'm not really sure why. So, Ember cluster, right? So we need an Ember crystal there. And we need that, and gunpowder. I mean, I'm glad I was able to at least get it working for you one time. That was helpful. So we'll do that, right? How much Ember do you have? 440? We'll let you keep charging up a little bit. And then this one says copper, iron, and dawnstone. Okay. So how this is supposed to work is these, you need to have one on each of the pillars, right? And you don't know which one it's going to need on each, so we're just going to try. Like, we'll do copper, dawnstone, iron, and iron, right? And we could get all of them right, and we could get none of them right. Or this could just not work. Nope, now it wants to work. Okay. Maybe we just didn't like the sword. Well, let's see. And... really, really cool animations. I love it. Okay, so we got waste. Let's take a look at the waste and see how far off we were. So I think that means we had 3 of them right, which means one of them was wrong, right? So let's try like that. So I have a feeling it might be the gunpowder one. So let's try dawnstone, right? And how much power do you have? 200? You can't blast again, right? No. Let you charge up. We'll see what that does. Who knows, we might be way off base. Okay, now it doesn't want to work again. Let's wait for it to juice up to 2,000, I guess. It's really strange. Alright guys, we're getting close to 2,000, so let's go ahead and turn this off. Yep, 2,000. We got all of our ingredients, all of our specti. This should... there it goes. Cool. Maybe it really does just need 2,000. And... did we do it? Alright, more waste. So let's see what is wrong now. So now we're missing 2. Okay, so that means that the gunpowder was correct. Okay, so that one needs to be iron, which means that one of these are incorrect? I don't know how that's possible, though. Unless... oh, okay. Alright, I think I know. So this one here needs to be either dawnstone or copper. Okay. So we'll do that. Let you start charging back up. Yeah, because like I said, for the recipe, it needs to have all 3 of these somewhere on the pedestals. But when we did this first one, we had 3 correct, which means this one was definitely correct, because we changed it the next time, and it was incorrect, you see? So it's gotta be this one. It's gotta be. And if we fail one more time, then that means that this one is copper. think I'm starting to get it now. Wait for this to juice up to 2,000. And we'll go ahead and shut that off. Oh no, I didn't put a crystal in there. I'm a total bum. And I didn't have a shard there. Alright, let me wait for this to juice back up to 2,000. I'll be right back. See what it is, guys. I'm so filled with anticipation for figuring out this little minigame that I keep forgetting that some of these items can be destroyed. So, alright, so this should work. This one should work. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Why did that one not work? Huh. Now it says we only have 2 correct. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Alright, so let's look at this. So this one says we had 3 that were correct. Unless those mean incorrect, right? Let's take a look at this guy. Oh, I can't put those in there, can I? Oh, you know what? Actually, let me think about this here for a second. What did I do on this one? I think I just switched 2 of them. Okay. So I wonder if this actually means that they're wrong. Like they're just straight up wrong. And these might mean that we have them crisscrossed. That's my going theory as of right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop these guys off. Let's make sure that these are filled up before we even attempt. Okay. So let's think about this completely differently. Let's do iron, dawnstone, copper. Let's try that and just see what it does. It'll probably fail, but I want to see like how far off, or if it changes the actual little dots in the codebreaker slate. I want to see if it changes those at all. I thought that those meant they were correct, and this one was wrong. We'll see here in a second. Okay. Are you charging about? Yeah, cool. Alright. I actually kind of want a failure here because I want to see how the dots change. Let's see. Okay. Waste. And okay, so if my theory is correct, well then what does the blank mean? The blank must mean that it's wrong, right? Maybe 2 of these are switched then. Okay. I'm gonna shut you off here for a second. Let's put you there. Put you there. Let's try making you, oops. Let's try making you copper, right? Let's see what that does. So now we have iron, copper, dawnstone, copper. Let's see what that does. It's definitely a very interesting mechanic. I wish that I knew what those little dots are. It might actually tell me right in the ancient codex, and I'm just being completely dumb about this. Let's see. It can be difficult to keep track of your guesses and which aspects of the correct spot when researching an alchemy recipe. The codebreaker slate can store up to 7 pieces of alchemical waste and will display your guess along with differently colored spots in the waste so you can focus on cracking the code. Okay. So that doesn't help. That doesn't help really at all. Now, what did you give me? 1 blank, 2 that are red, and 1 that's black. Interesting. Okay. Let me think about this for a second, and I will, yeah, let me think about this, because this is some kind of puzzle, and, I'm obviously not looking at the bigger picture right now. So give me a second and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So we're going to try this one more time. So I think I'm like 90% sure that these mean they are correct, right? I'm not sure what the black spot means. I think that just means wrong, right? So when I switched this to this, that meant that only 2 of them were right. So I'm assuming that this one, and this one are correct, which means this one needs to be different. I think. Don't quote me on that. So we got one there. Alright, so looking at our slate here, right? We had iron on the gunpowder, right? And then we had dawnstone, or copper and dawnstone. And then we had iron on this one. We're gonna try, have we tried? So we tried dawnstone already, right? So let's try copper on this guy, right? So copper, dawnstone, iron. Have we done that yet? We've only done 2 of them with iron on the gunpowder, and that time we had 2 dawnstone. So let's try this now. Do you have enough energy to do this? Let's say. Yes, you do. Okay. Alright, so confirmed, it doesn't need a full 2,000. It just needs a lot. Alright. If this doesn't work, I don't really know. And it didn't work. I'm really confused. So this one had the same thing, right? That's so weird. That's really, really weird. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm super, super confused now. Let's move you up here. I want to see these all in conjunction with each other, right? Now, I don't know if it makes a difference which pedestal the aspectuses are on, right? When it's dealing with multiple of the same type of item, I should say, right? We could try it out though. So we had, let's do that, right? Because these 2 were the closest, right? Iron over here, iron over here. So let's try flipping those around a little bit. Let's see what it does. Alright, guys. Let's try this out and see what it does. If this doesn't work, I'm really not sure. Because it doesn't really explain, like, what these dots are and what they mean. Sorry for the thunder that you guys hear. Okay. And what about this one? This one also had 3 of the red. Okay, well, I am officially stumped again. Yeah, when we come back next time, we'll have to really kind of figure out what is going on and why these are kind of doing what they're doing. Let's just try one more thing before we go. Let's just try completely turning these guys around, right? I want to make sure that I didn't have a similar combination yet. We did. We already did do... So if I put the gunpowder here, right? Oops. We did have one with copper on the gunpowder. We did have one with dawnstone on the gunpowder. In which case the other 3 need to be... Well, I guess one of these could switch. Right? It could be like dawnstone, copper, copper, iron. Which is kind of like almost what we have. It said that 2 of those were right. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I'm just terrible at this minigame. Let's try that as our last attempt for the night. Let's see what it gives us. And... we'll kind of call it there. Boom, boom, and boom. And I'm sure that some of you guys are watching this and just like, oh, how is he not seeing it? The solution is so easy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So we'll let this charge up to about 1900 and we'll blast it. And... let's see what we get. Even if they fail, the animation for this is so cool. I love it. Okay, that one also failed. Let's see how bad this one was off. So let's take you out and put you in. This one also had 3. Well, okay then. So, yeah, guys, we're gonna call it an episode here. I guess I have to do a little more research on the alchemy process, but at least you guys got to see what it's all about and see how it works, which is cool. Next time when we come back, we're gonna keep going through the mod. We'll hopefully by then I'll be a little more learned on how the alchemy process actually works, and we can get this kind of rocking and rolling. And yeah, guys, so if you guys enjoyed the episode, please hit that subscribe button. I was seeing a massive surge in subs, which was so awesome, and then it just kind of slowed down. So if you guys want to stay up to date with the series, make sure to hit that sub button. Like I was saying, this one I'm going to extend for a few more episodes because there's a few more things in the mod that I want to check out than I had initially anticipated. So make sure you hit that sub because we're going to do a few more extra episodes of Embers. And then when we're done with Embers, like I was saying, we're gonna do immersive engineering, which is gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, guys, until next time, I will catch you all later. See ya.